Hey, E.J. Raddick back here, and I got a handful of Predators with me right here. I got the coach, Barry Trotz, right to my immediate left. In the middle is Craig Smith, rookie star for the team. And then on the far end, I know this guy played with the Senators, now with the Predators, Mike Fisher, and he's got a little cut going. What happened?
I got clipped last night by my own teammate, so that's not a good sign.
Yeah, that's not a good
my
sign.
line mate.
Yeah,
always trying to tell me.
I don't know. That's not. I might take that personally, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, let me start with you and ask you. I got a young guy right here, and I got a grizzled, cut-up veteran player with a good beard going. How do you coach different guys like that? How do you coach a young guy like Craig and then a veteran player like Mike?
Well, I think for the most part, a young guy, you try to manage how much you can get in this kitchen or not in this kitchen. I think with Craig, he got off to a great start, so I just left him alone. And as he struggles a little bit, maybe give him one thing at a time. Hey, you look at this situation or that, and just try to be a little bit even kill, a little bit sometimes firm, sometimes jokingly say, hey, you can improve your game here. And he's been great this year. He got off to a great start, and he's played the wing and center, and right now he's at center. And with Mike, I just he's a total pro, and there's not a whole lot that I can say to Mike when things aren't going his way or things I need him to correct. I just go to him and say, hey, I need you to do this, and he adjusts. That's what good pros do, and Mike's one of the best in the league. So.
Hey, Mike, you played in the league a while, and obviously in Ottawa and now in Nashville. You played for a couple different coaches in Ottawa. What is it? As someone who's played this game a while, what is it about a coach? What makes a coach good? What is a good coach? What is something that strikes you right away?
Well, number one would be communication skills, and that's what Barry is very good at. And having a good pulse on your room and knowing how to motivate guys. It's all about personal skills and seeing that. Obviously, we know most coaches in the league know the game. They're well prepared. They have a good system. It's about getting everyone together, being a good leader, and communicating that to the guys in the best way possible. And I think that's the biggest key to being a good coach, and that's why Barry's been in Nashville so long, and he's what he's great at.
Craig, let me ask you, because you're new to the National Hockey League, but you played at Wisconsin. You played for a pretty good coach there in Mike Eaves. As a younger player coming in, and as a guy who grew up and listening to different coaches, what strikes you as something that's you like to see in a coach?
I guess I'd like to go back to communication. Just I guess knowing what the team needs and what different players and how different players tweak and work. I guess just having good knowledge of your team and knowing what different guys need. I think is key, and that's what Barry's been good at. That's been good at in my eyes, and on the eyes of the team. Is
it different when you're a player at a college level and then at the National Hockey League level in terms of the coaching, how they approach things?
It's a little different. I would say they're a little more hands-on in college. They're really, I guess as you'd say, giving you a push here and there. But it's a little different, and you're a professional now, and you're dealing with things that you've learned with in the past, and you got to take those things that you learned and apply them.
Let me ask you, Barry, about take you back to last spring. You guys have been a team that's always a very good team in the playoffs. It's been tough to get through that first round, a really tough conference. Last year, you get through the first round, you get on to the second round. The people of Nashville went crazy. Everybody had the yellow shirts on. It was kind of a wild time there. What do you remember from last spring the most?
Well, I think the biggest thing was how difficult that first round is. I mean, it's been difficult for us for a number of years. We've got there. We've had some tough opponents. We had the Red Wings a couple times, San Jose a couple times, the Blackhawks. So just getting mentally through that, because it is a real push. You're going to get everybody's A game. Emotionally, it is probably the most taxing of all the rounds for me, because of the fact that you put 82 games to get there, and it could end real quickly, and the pressures of all that. But I think we handle it a lot better. Getting Mike towards the end was great for us. It gave us a veteran leadership and a balance, and just the way he plays. And it really taught us how you have to prepare to get to the next level and how taxing it is. And the downside of it is the first time we got through it, we weren't really, I think, mentally ready for that first game in Vancouver. And I thought we gave Vancouver that first game, and and then they beat us in 6. So yeah, that was a learning experience. Nothing can teach you how to win in the playoffs but winning itself. And that was a big step in our franchise. And you know, Nashville's been a good hockey town for a few years, maybe a little under the radar in the East. But it is a great city. It's got great energy, and the roots are there. It takes a while for a non-traditional market to grow roots, and our roots are definitely in Nashville, and we're there for a long, long time. We got passionate fans.
Mike, let me ask you, because you played in Canada, in Ottawa, where you had some good playoff runs, went to a Stanley Cup final. That was kind of a wild time there. How was those 2 rounds in Nashville? Because, again, watching on TV, we see it, and it looked like it didn't look like it was kind of a crazy place there.
Felt like I was back in Canada. I mean, that was the first thing that I noticed when I got traded was, man, these fans are passionate, they're loud. You know, every game was really important, you know, leading up into the playoffs, and we got in the playoffs, and it was, you know, see it gold, and it was a lot of fun, and I can't tell you how many people after the run we had, you know, came up and said, man, I had never watched hockey, but it's the best game ever, you know. But they go see it live and they love it, and that's in that market, it's, you know, it was so much fun, and people have been great this year too, and coming out, and you know, we got to keep it going. So.
Barry, before we let you go, second half coming up, and I was joking with you off air, you're in an easy division, not that many hard teams. I mean, what do you see going forward for the Nashville Predators in the second half? What do you have to do?
Well, I think just continue to play the way we have been. I think, you know, we're the youngest team in the National Hockey League, and that goes under the radar. But our maturity as a young group keeps growing, and I think we continue to grow as a hockey team. We'll be in that fight right to the end. Our expectations aren't just to make the playoffs. Our expectations are to win our division, which is a lofty goal. And if you can do that, then we'll set our sights in the playoffs.
All right. Well, Barry Trotz, Craig Smith, and Mike Fisher, thank you so much for taking the time to come in today. All the best in the second half of the season.
All right.
Thank you.